Okay, this is WizWar 100 commentating on the fight against Jhen Mohran, an urgent quest you do only online, as Jhen Mohran is an online monster that you can find in Monster Hunter 3 Try. And in this fight, I brought a full set of Lacris armor, fully upgraded at least during that point. And what was it? The Tough Break, which has Dragon element on it. Since Jhen Mohran is a dragon, all dragons take more dragon damage, and in this fight with me is Angelhalo and SCXCR. Half of the River City Gamers is here. Anyways, here I just take all the stuff I need, like the anti-dragon bomb, since we were discussing about how to do this, and I really wanted to get my urgent done, because you can't advance in rank if at a certain point if you don't do your urgent. So I just really wanted to get this done and just do the new quests that are exclusive to online multiplayer. And right here I was wondering, like, why didn't I pick up a cannon and ball, and I realized I had too much stuff in my inventory. I brought a little too much, but you know what, maybe it did help during the fight. Yeah, nobody needs paintball. Oh, and Jhen Mohran consistently throws, or not consistently, he sometimes throws rocks at the ship too. And the purpose of this fight is to repel Jhen Mohran and keep the ship alive, because apparently the ship has health too. Now, that shot didn't look like it hit, so I was like, he was too far away, and SCR was like, no, he's close. And so I was like, okay, whatever, if you say so. And I get hit. Yeah, I didn't really pay attention to the rocks. So this fight, there's one thing unique about this fight, is that you don't need to be high level to like actually do this, although it's recommended because you have, by that point you'd probably have high armor. But basically, well, half the time you're using the ship's weaponry, and which means you can be a noob and you can still fight Jhen Mohran. It's just you'd have really weak armor. Well, anyways, SCXCR, who's called Ricken online. Oh boy, something bad's gonna happen. Basically, he, for this entire fight, like during this segment and the final segment, there are two parts to this. He's basically always on the ship, and I'm the one that's going in for the kill. So we basically switched spots, because the first time I didn't know how this boss worked, so yeah, I took the ship. But SCR knows how to use the ship better than me, so he stayed on board, and I just went in and do the simple-minded stuff. Now, Jhen Mohran is supposedly a monster that brings prosper and disaster to when it comes. And here we got on his back, and I go and look for the rocks on his back, which I didn't really get a lot of good stuff for. But basically, that's one of the things about this boss is you mine stuff off his back because he has valuable jewels that he grows on his back. That's kind of weird. And I threw away my last hope for stamina, the rations, and well, I was pretty screwed for the majority of this part. And the Dragonator is a timed bomb, so you don't have to set it off. I was asking SCR, oh, you sure the Dragonator bomb blows up by itself? And he's like, yes. And I was like, okay. I don't know what was with that white screen a little earlier. This really sucked. All I got was Collegiate Gore. Oh, and Jhen Mohran will well, not sometime. He will try to throw you off, and most of the time, you will glitch off of him. I could have attacked the tusk, but I wanted to attack the cavity parts of this part. Do not bring a lance for this, because I tried it before, and terrible results. The idea, well, if you have impact weapons, so pretty much a hammer might work, but I've never tried it because I didn't want to risk like failing this mission. But basically, you use the ship's weapons to attack Jhen Mohran, or you can go up on his back and attack these cavity parts. I'm not sure if attacking his other body parts would do damage to him. I think it does. Oh, and here I glitch off Jhen Mohran. He's about to... Oh, wait, no. He just cheats. And when you fall off, you pull yourself back onto the ship. I would like to say that this segment kind of sucks, and I wish it did it automatically. I don't know what that other ship was doing, or what's their purpose, because it's just kind of like there. Oh, and speaking of the ship has 3 special weapons and 2 weapons that are like infinite use. The Dragonator, which is to defend the front of the ship during this segment. Oh, actually, it's just to defend the ship in general. Then there's the Gong, which stuns Jhen Mohran, and if you do it at the right time, he'll stay stunned for a longer time. And, what was it? Oh, the Ballistic Binders, which hold him in place for about 10 seconds, but, you know, every second counts. And the 2 infinite weapons are the cannons and the ballistic crossbow. That's also the same spot where you use the ballistic binders, but you need the ballistic binder ammo to do that. And here Angel drops, so now our attack power has been reduced. So basically, during this fight, you want to have like at least 4 people. You want 4 people to be in this fight to help you, because Jhen Mohran has a lot of health, and you want all the help you can get. And basically, you shouldn't be doing this with only 2 players. And basically, that's what happened to me in SCR right here. We were pretty much stuck by ourselves. We kind of had the whole, oh, we're probably going to die, but we're not going down without a fight. So we kept on fighting. And just to spoil it, we do win. And SCR shoots the harpoon too early, and I'm like, my cannon can't reach that. And then SCR is like, don't! Like, right about here when he tries to shoot the cannon, he's like, maybe I did shoot a little too hard. Don't! And so I just held on to the, oh, I guess I didn't hold on to the cannon, but, yeah, SCR did it a little too early. Not much to say about this fight, other than that we did win. And all you have to do is just really watch it. Oh, let's talk about this whole recording thing. I thought the recording failed, because, like, the footage looked all screwed up, the sound was out of place, but apparently when I rendered it, it was all okay. So it was all good. I guess I can go back to, like, recording game footage and then doing a review of it. It's just that it, like, scared the crap out of me during, like, converting. It's like, oh, and here's where you can get on his horns, and I glitched through the ship. I should have just stood still, but this happens. Cheap! Capcom fixed that shit. Then again, I should have just waited. SCR went on to do something since I wasn't here, and basically attacking his body is much more beneficial than just using the ship weapon. Oh, you want to use the cannons more than the ballistas, because the cannon does like 220 damage, I think, or just something around that. I know it's a lot stronger than the ballista binders, which does like 30 damage for each spear you shoot, which is 6 because it shoots 2 at once. Did I get another chance to get on his back, or did I know I did, because I broke one of his cavities. How do you get cavities on your back? Oh yeah, and he sends like Delex, those fishes, on board to like just not really just to like distract you, sort of, I guess, because they don't really do too much. And here we go all out on this cavity. We do break this one. We couldn't break the second one because one, we didn't have enough people, and we didn't have enough time, because it's 15 minutes during each segment when you fight Jhen Mohran. Now I almost fell off, and I can't believe I took damage for that. That's stupid. We break a cavity, so I go to the next one and try to do as much damage as I can. Oh, the special weapons do recharge after a certain number of views. Yes, you can't use it whenever you please, so you gotta use it, like, wisely. But you want to use it as soon as you get it, and when Jhen Mohran's in position, because then you just get to use it more often. They don't do any damage except for the Dragonator, and that one you have to use especially wisely. And it does a lot of damage too. And here I try to, like, I think I was trying to turn it into the sword mode, but I couldn't do a front attack to, like, change it into the sword, and I didn't want to waste time, so I just kept using the switch axe. I'm fairly certain, if someone will kindly tell me, When the switch axe is in axe mode, that's when you do impact damage, right, and not cutting damage. And I fall off because it's stupid. But anyways, I'm pretty sure when the switch axe is in axe mode, it does impact damage. There's 2 different types of damage you can do: cutting damage and impact damage, and they all like have different effects on the boss's body. Let's see, we're not at the halfway point yet. Oh right, he hasn't attacked the front ship yet. I think this is where he attacks the front part of the ship. And you pretty much get... He always does this, so yeah. It's just to show, like, you know, you're almost running out of time. I wanted to use the Dragonator, but I didn't know the timing, so I didn't want to screw this up, so I just left it to SCR, and we got hit over there. Because SCR was like, look out! And I'm like, okay, I'm looking out! And I was like, well, I was safe for a second. Anyways... you can also jump off the front of the ship. I don't know when or why you want to, or when you should do that, but I highly doubt you want to do that, because I didn't see the opportunity for that. Right into the kisser. Well, after seeing it twice, I think I should know when to fire the Dragonator. It takes like 2 seconds for it to start up. I just gotta wait for it to recharge for the other section, which reminds me of Yoshi's Island's final boss, and it was cool. And right here we're obviously looking for fire. Around here I think SCR said like oh, I think we broke something, because he flinched. He's the man and I'm not really. God damn it. On board. I didn't, like I said, didn't break the other one. Although it would cause him a lot of damage if you did. And here I get stuck because I was like, get over there. Like Capcom, Jesus Christ, learn to fix shit like that. Such a simple thing too. So I go all out on this. I forget if I tried to use the that one attack where I just like. What the hell was it? Where I just charge the sword right in and make it explode. Yeah, I didn't succeed, but this will still do damage to him. Just not a whole lot. Yeah, that was the forward attack I was talking about. That lets you like switch into the sword without having to like do that slow delay of it. And I glitched through it. Actually, the glitching actually helped, though, in the final segment, you'll see. And there I fall off again. You want a really sharp weapon for this fight, but make sure it's not a lance, because they'll just bounce your weapon off, and I was just basically useless. That out of the 3 times we tried to fight him, because we failed the first 2 times. First time we failed. Second time, we just abandoned quest, and I was like, oh, I should have just failed so I could at least get the items. Because I got a lot of good items during that point. Alright, I wish it gave a better indication of when Jhen Mohran's gonna break off. And I fall into the sand, and by the time I get up, it's the final segment. Couldn't you have a winder that just kind of winds the hunters in? I mean, it would help a lot. Yeah, I know it's consequences and stuff, but screw you! Oh, you gotta press A when you reach the end. It doesn't automatically bring you up. I should mention that. Oh, and look at my stamina. For whatever reason, my stamina drains, like, unbelievably fast.